Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish.
No, come on, man.
Draco made a hit with this one.
Yeah, and Jazzy had no chill with this hun floating. I'm hoping this no breaks in this run potent. I'm chosen, this is not a diss song. What's up, family? How y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I truly appreciate y'all. If y'all seen more than 2 videos, what's up? Y'all probably never saw me out in nature for real. I be having my little background with the nature, but we actually got a real tree behind us now. And Royal over there. So if he interrupts our video again today, we're gonna blame it on being a dog parent. A pup parent. Well, he's not even a pup anymore. He's like 8 months. That just came to the realization of earlier. But long story short, if y'all don't know who Royal is, y'all can scroll back. He's a Scorpio baby, so he likes to, you know, show himself in whatever way. He was in my video a little bit yesterday, but he has videos catered to him because he's just taking over the video. And he can be the inspiration for this video, but I did want to talk about rules and just constructs that people have to abide by. I've been really pondering on success and also success through material. And excuse me if the wind and the reality of life is affecting my video. I hope that it brings a charm and a form of rawness. That's my intention behind it. But if you're annoyed by the wind, click off my video. Sorry, y'all. But I'm going to be mindful of it, and I'm hoping that you guys can hear me clearly. Because when you think about regulations or rules, I feel like that takes away from the true reality of a construct or a person or an animal. For example, they say when a child is born, any type of youth mammal, a human, any type of, you know, zoo animal or whatever the case may be, even down to birds, even down to reptiles like snakes and things of sort, lizards, there are coordinates or regulations that are abided by just because of the fact that it is confined, right? Because if it's a wild animal, I mean, sometimes, you know, veterinarians go out and they heal lions and things of sort like that and out in Africa and things of sort like that. But there are some lions or some mammals living out in the wild who are healthy without assistance. Now, I take into account the fact that you have to maintain anything that you want to sustain. So even with health, if like this guy running, he made me realize that, you know, if you were to just be a natural human in America, it would breed you to depreciate just like anything else that you could obtain in America, because it's the construct of always wanting more, always doing more. And that is even with humans. Your job, when you get like 35, they're not going to want you no more. And even though you have so much experience, what they tried to prompt you to have before you get a job, you being in the element of being older, the fact that it's just other options of newer and fresher versions in America, that would be more valued. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like it's like that everywhere, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because we're in a matrix, and America is just a really Babylonian vibration of this matrix. So it's always about capitalizing. Now, as an earth angel, I become my environment, and I am a human, so I don't try to be more than that. I try to coincide and also evolve in my own way, capitalize in my own way, and still keep it true, still keep it pure, still keep it in a way where it's best. But those regulations are even in that. Regulations are in the structure to make sure that I'm actually progressive. The regulation is me recording the video every day. So how do you decipher whether it's good or not? Sometimes I look at, like, for example, vaccines, and I'm like, but why is this regulated? Why do we need this according to you to say that it's going to keep us healthy? There's never no for sure say. And I find it quite interesting how as soon as I recorded my video, a lot of people ended up coming to the park. But it is a beautiful day, and apparently a lot of places are raining and cold and stuff. So to have like 90 something degrees and, you know, a nice little wind and breeze here and there, I appreciate it, to have shade and also just have an element for me to be, even amongst so many elements around, like families and dogs and so many things. Roy has been so good. But the rules behind that, in my head, I feel like it stems from people wanting to understand or get on a common ground with. Most times I think that's where it would stem from, because if you're not getting any place with it, what would cause, hold on, sorry y'all, what would cause y'all to be committed to that? What would cause y'all to be continuously working towards that? Even with these videos, there's something in there for me that motivates me to do it. And even if that's just me understanding how I feel this day or whatever about this or whatever it may be, confining that into a form of structure is what allows people to grow to a certain extent. But how do I know when it's a little bit too much? When you don't know what you're doing it for. Everything to me is justified, even if my justification is just in my head. And it just makes me kind of feel away when you have to confine to perspectives that are in other people's heads simply because you're in an environment and they feel like they have more power in that. Sometimes these regulations are to keep you safe, though. Sometimes these regulations are because they don't want the same type of default or dis-ease, and I mean like dis-ease in the body, but also dis-ease in society or humanity to continue to persist. So that's why they come up with subjects and things for you to abide by, so that it's ordinate. Kind of like when I spoke about success and how some people follow behind somebody that is completely successful, but according to what success is to them is only to them. So even though y'all might look alike, y'all might have the same car, y'all might have the same lifestyle, one person can really look at it as success and another person could look at it like a form of hell, like a form of not it being what they want it to be. And it's all up to that person. So just keeping that in mind, and you're moving with agendas of what was aligned to somebody else in the past or aligned to something else in the past, I'm just feeling like I understand why you want to keep control, or why one would want to keep control over the masses. But when we're in a phase of people expanding out of dynamics, like literally you can look at a person and really not even know, not to be disrespectful, but you don't even know if that's a male or a female, but they're beyond the gender. They are a entity or a spirit at this point, and representing a whole vibration deeper than just particular genders, you know. And when you considering these type of people in this type of society, I just be like, why are y'all so tight on rules? Why are y'all still trying to hold on so tight to what y'all want things to be, when like there is a lane for things to just be, and just seeing how that is now, taking into account that yeah, we got the experience, yeah, we understand why y'all guys chose to do it in that way, but also being open to what I feel is best for me to do in my way, because the way that I take on this world what be my own signature. So man, I was just thinking about that, because it's so much to keep up with, and being in this transition of expanding, it just, I feel like that is my biggest objective, to hold me down. The principles of rules or regulations or how things should be. It's like, how you gonna tell me how things should be? I'm creating this. But yeah, hold on y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's a lot going on, and I love how Royal is starting to respect when I make videos, because yesterday I told him, don't disrespect when I'm here just putting out my energy. I spend just a little minuscule time on YouTube, and even though it's consistent, like when I have my time for my videos, let it be. You see, hold on. But the beauty is in these things. I wanted to record outside. I could have recorded before I left, but I said sometimes incorporating the vibration, it adds something, because I would be in so many types of environments and there's still some vibration of alignment with every video that I create. And Royal, I wanted to mention, he's protecting me, like he done moved to the front. So that if anyone is coming around, they see him before they see me. And like it in his head, maybe he's protecting me, but I like it because I could watch him and also record. What I wanted to instill with my concept of just restrictions or regulations, what I'm doing is living my life as a representation. you know, those representations that we mentioned that instilled a certain type of justification for people to behave according to something. I want to make a new lane for what it looks like when someone comes from Lil Haiti and yes, has been confined to a certain extent, but also expands. How does that look when I expand without a limit of feeling like it has to be in this way, or I have to do this and do this before I do that? And obviously there's certain things that I can't change. Being an American, being in this world, you kind of have to listen to the big boss first. But when I'm a big boss, I'm gonna just remember that the biggest process is allowing that person to be themselves and being raw in that, and that's what I appreciate. So your rules and your regulations, express that. Don't contest other people, but still be confident in how you feel validated in yourself. So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say for today. I ain't finna blow y'all brains out, you know what I'm saying, with just the spiritual stuff. Could have had a card to talk about the energies, but energetically I see a lot of people working towards getting what they need to get. I'm feeling people feeling that push like me to be like, yo, I fuck what it was, this is what I wanted, and I'm gonna work towards it. If you're not doing that, you probably fucked up. But we don't talk about them type of people. I wish the best for y'all, man, and continue to be grateful. It's a lot of people that, you see, you inspire people. You sitting there smiling at me. Let me get out of here because I'm not trying to get in trouble. He coming around here a little too fast because this is a big loop. But beyond that, and he's just a representation because he's not the only one. I see another woman who's reading and walking. You better do the damn thing. And look at me. I done came out of here. I haven't worked on this rap in over 3 weeks. And we get into it. And it's just the energy of small steps at a time, but also appreciating the way that you shine. I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. Peace.